Welcome. My name is Jutta Schweiger. I am the founder of Sea Creativity Club. Today, I will share my thoughts about the future of the human-human communication with you. How will we as physical beings address the various realities? Will we hide ourselves in digital realities by fleeing from the physical one? Or will we refuse to live in multiple realities? Or will we delegate to artificial intelligence some aspects of life in different realities? What will be the ethical and moral framework for the new realities? And how will our language and habits affect these changes? This is me, being creative since 1975. I grew up in Hamburg, Germany, with my parents and my younger sister, visiting public schools, playing outside, enjoying a sheltered childhood without any worries. I studied fashion design, and after starting to work I experienced very quickly that fashion is an industry, a tough one. A few years ago I had to travel a lot. I worked in many different textile factories in India, Japan, China, Italy, and so on. And during these business trips I had to set up new teams, develop and create new fabric or garment collections, all in a very short period of time, always under pressure and always in difficult and doubtful circumstances. I had to use up creativity not only to get the job done, but I had to enable people I worked with to be creatively by themselves, by communicating constructively, being empathic, sharing knowledge and training to go through creative problem-solving processes. The pandemic gave me the chance to finally develop my own concept and to make it happen. We are all creative, just not the same way. So how will future technology influence and change human-human interaction? Some of you might know Mr. Mel Rhodes, the gentleman who founded the 4P theory in the 1960s. Let me introduce his definition of creativity first. Admittedly, it's not easy to find one definition of creativity. There are many aspects that should be considered and eliminated. What makes a creative person? What is a creative product? Is there any ideal creative press? Creativity manifests itself in many ways and takes it difficult to agree on one universal definition or explanation. Those who, like me, strive for a more holistic approach will appreciate the work of Mel Rhodes. To this day, it can be deducted that his original model is still valid from a conceptual and structural point of view and can regard it as a system that enables researchers and scientists to study smaller, manageable units of the complex concept of creativity. Today, I use his model to reflect on the question, how will the future of the creative person, product, process, and press change human-human communication? If you want to define a creative person, you need to define personality, intellect, preferences, temperament, constitution, properties, experiences, habits, attitudes, self-image, purpose, defense mechanism, behaviors, and thinking preferences. Human beings are social beings. We always love to communicate with each other, and we will in future. So, this desire will always be present. But our communication tools changed, and they will change. In the past, we sent handwritten letters to inform others, invite others, share and spread our love with others. Our world was small. We personally knew all the people we communicated with. Today we are communicating worldwide, fast and with many different people we never met and probably will never meet. Artificial intelligence is now part of our communication team. Amazon offers recommendations based on our browsing history. Our thermostat adjusts the temperature automatically to help us save money, and Siri replies to our questions every day. Isn't it our highest priority to learn to select carefully the information we need by using artificial intelligence? Teaching our children to do the same, and to promote and support the learning of soft skills such as creative thinking, empathy, and the beauty of spoken language in order to use artificial intelligence and innovative technologies, but still being able to stay in the main role as the director. Promoting and teaching holistic views on all human aspects, and promoting and supporting human preferences, such as thinking preferences within problem-solving processes. So let us concentrate on the human future. What does the creative person look like in future? Aren't we all carrying innovation, behavior, and imagination? If humans are the center of everything, then the only rational future of humanity is a universal architecture of civilizational values, the meaning of philosophy, anthropology, ethics, security, education, artificial intelligence, technology, and politics is to design and construct the future. Creativity, empathy, the ability to connect to nature, curiosity, being open-minded, having intercultural knowledge and interest, tolerance, etc. These will be key in future. A digital life balance will be on top to work-life balance and mind and body balance. The future human will listen to nature and will ask nature. There is a certain longing for the analog. It's a way on reconsideration. The following trends are emerging for communication researchers. Cell phones, smartphones and tablets are becoming more and more minimalistic. They will be intuitive to use and can be experienced, felt, for example, through pulsing, heating and flexible weights. People will be networked not only via these devices, but also via interfaces on the body, in clothing and furniture, cars and household appliances. We are then continuously online. I can imagine that you have to look explicitly for such protection zones where you may not have to communicate. We need to take care that our brain will not wither away. Too much information without any limitation can cause burnouts and mental illness. At the moment, in terms of technology development, there is a lot of push to be constantly available, constantly networked, and to consume more and more data. I believe this will come to an end. Sometimes you don't want to communicate and you don't want to be networked. Communication detox could become a new lifestyle product, a new luxury. Regardless of the extent of communication, the question of meaning will soon play a central role. In the future, advertising messages will become messages of values. The longing for closeness, for home, for security, reliability, honesty. This will increase tremendously. Realness and privacy will become more and more important. Who can I trust? Who is authentic? Who do I allow to use my data? The future belongs to advertising-free network providers who guarantee you are safe with us. Health is the greatest asset in a long-life society. There is a great trend to balance digital and life, body and mind, work and life. Cognitive neuroscience has taught us that when we interact with other people, we use a special skill that we call the theory of mind. When we communicate with others, our brain generates a theory and dialogue with a social partner about the behavior, thinking and feeling of our counterpart. And we adapt our own behavior to his gestures and facial expressions. In the incognito world we live in today, that is completely lost. Our brain specializes in focusing attention. 11 million bits of information hit the sensorium of our brain every second. This can be calculated very precisely based on the number of receptors we have. Of these 11 million bits, we only perceive 11 to 60 consciously. As a result, the brain has to select the information from the flood of information that it consciously wants to process. The question, however, is what information finds its way into consciousness? We need to build a culture in which we learn to discipline ourselves. Self-discipline is being lost in our modern world. We should teach our children to find what is essential, what is important to us, to deal with it, and above all, to limit ourselves to it. In future, we will use creativity to connect with nature, connect human needs and the wish to create a great future, connect with each other, communicate on and offline, connect new technology such as the Internet of Senses with deep human needs. And how will the creative press be like in future? It will be as individual as it always was. People might know a bit better how to get into the creative flow. It's all about focus, and focus is about ignorance of distractions. Try it. It's worth it. Thank you.